I'm gonna love listening to you yap. Not sarcastic. That's genuine. It's hot. Trust me. If you can if you can get over my yapping, 'cause,
It is the 41st millennium.
oh no, I haven't talked to you about Warhammer yet.
For 10,000 years,
Because
the
with how
Imperium
I'll
has
say this about Warhammer,
dominated the galaxy.
how it works is it is 40 years of books.
There is only war.
So I'm gonna say, here's this character. Then you're gonna ask the question, okay, who's that character? So I'll say, okay, it's this character, and
Every
it's this
human
thing,
soul,
and you're gonna ask, who's
from the
that?
most
And okay, cool.
humble lord
You asked
to the most
how they fuel their
dexterous
cars,
soldier,
and we're now
is
talking about the
dedicated
genocide
to
of an
the
entire planet.
service of the God Emperor of mankind.
It's like tangent on tangent on tangent on tangent.
The Imperium's battle fleets and armies, from the conscripted soldiers of the Astra Militarum to the elite space
They're
marines of the
like what you're
Adeptus
watching now. This is
Astartes,
Warhammer.
keep humanity safe from alien threats and cosmic horrors
They
beyond
they
imagining.
have you know, like in Star Wars or like in Star Trek, they have to do like warp travel. So in this
But
universe,
there is
it's
another war.
warp is hell.
It is the one in which I
So
serve.
they have to go through hell, and this is what this video shows. Yeah, so this is what the people on the ship see when they go through hell. It's not a fun experience. It is the only universe where you can say, I do not want to live there. You have
Our
no
war is
rights
not for the
as a human,
battlefields and fleet
or as
engagements.
anything.
It is waged by the dedicated agents of the Imperial Inquisition.
Say it, because I'm pretty sure I can top it with
It is
this.
fought in the cities and hives of the Imperium. In the
Then you'd like
battleships
the Chaos God
and the
Slanesh.
forgotten
Chaos God of
submarines.
excess, lust,
In
and
hive
overdoing
cities
things.
like Tertium.
There's four Satans. Nurgle, god of decay and disease. Khorne, god of blood and skulls. Tzeentch, god of trickery and change. Slanesh, god of doing stuff too much. And Slanesh is always depicted as like the sex god.
If the Inquisition fails,
It's like you like going fast in a car, Slanesh.
if we
You like
fail,
going you like doing tons of drugs, Slanesh.
the Imperium
Yeah,
falls.
doing stuff way too much. Yeah, and it's like it's all fantasy still though. You have orcs in this universe. The orcs are real. There are elves. There are dwarves. You have your like wizards. You have your like apothecaries. You have like knights. Well, because it's all fantasy. Like this character here is a zealot. I have an ogryn. I have a psyker who's like a wizard. I have like this is a soldier. This is just a regular soldier. There's no fantasy version of him. Oh, Nazis. Yeah, that's actually a lot. That's the government in this game is very this universe is very fascistic, but also like gothic. Like everything has to be a church, but also a factory. So like a lot like there's candles everywhere, purity seals everywhere, but then there's also like machines. They're like pieces of parchment paper with a wax on the end to ward off demons. Kinda, depending on who you are in the Imperium. Yeah, there's like incense candles and like see if I can find a purity seal. Yeah, they got up when the stream gets to it. They're up on top of this little thing here, but they're like to ward off bad souls. But then there's also like you'll see here in a sec this like little skull that's floating. That used to be a person. Yeah, in this universe, if you like steal bread instead of like prison time, they just lobotomize you and turn you into a floating skull. You can see why I said I do not want to live in this universe. Yeah. Also, there's no AI, so everything is like a person. Like this guy here inside this fucking armory. This this used to be a man. This guy used to have a fucking family. Now he's a machine.
Pleased am I to report that attempts at recreating the right of steel.
Oh, good. Another worthless.
But the gameplay. Go on. Lego. Yeah, and history, just history in general. The building. I like to build stuff. I'm a man. Ooh, dog. Hmm. Yeah, no, but this is my main one. It's been my main one for about 2 years now. I got it in for the pandemic. But all my well, also the community. Like every Saturday, I hang out with my friends. We roll dice. That's what the tabletop game is. Dice-based war game. Very expensive. New people come into the store all the time and ask, "Hey, like, how much is this hobby?" It's like on this table right now is about the down payment of a car. It's like the model packs for 10 guys is $80. Yeah, sorry to keep you up so late last night. You're probably super exhausted. Oof. I could never.
You're fascinating.
Hmm. I like. Just gotta get to Saturday. Just gotta get to Saturday. What time are you off Sunday? Hmm. Yeah, a little bit. Oof. Hey, we gotta get you into like an auto shop where you have like fixed hours. Hmm. Bad memories at school. Mm-hmm. Oof. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't do any of that stuff, by the way. I don't smoke. I drink a little bit, but not very often. Um, but yeah, no drugs. I don't even smoke. Yep. Nope. I'm clean. Hmm. I'd be happy if I was sober that long. I mean, I am, but I mean, like if you're dealing with it. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? It 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 kicked me. Hmm. Well, it's good that you've cleaned yourself up though. You've always been reaping the rewards from
I
that.
will mold you.
Mm. Sorry, I can't really relate to addiction. Hmm. Well, like you also have the entire rest of your life to live. So, It makes lots of sense. Well, it's just the fulfillment. Yeah, sorry, I have a small little stutter for some words. Oh, you find it cute. I'm not gonna question it. Why question a good thing? Well, I'm glad I'm not normal or typical. I'm just weird and autistic. I paint tiny little men in my free time. Oh, it is. It's a fucking superpower. Hey, hey, if you want my autism, you can have it anytime. But I'm not giving it up. We have to share it. You'll ramble to cars about me, and I'll show you Star Wars. just just a minute. I have to just say hello to my family. Just give me a sec. I am back, baby girl. What? Huh? Did I say something wrong? You were expecting that. Do you need CPR? Make me. Oh, you're gonna fucking love Warhammer then. Hmm. But yeah, like about cults, all these guys here are on a cult. Yeah, so you have these guys here, which are like dregs. You see like how fucked up they are? Yeah, they can't feel any of this pain. All these like maggots and like loss of eyes, they can't feel any of it. They've prayed to a dark god, and that dark god has bestowed gifts upon them, and that gifts are like disease and like plagues, but has burdened them or has gifted them the feeling of no burden. So they don't feel the pain, but they give worship by spreading those diseases. So they have all these like horns in them from like demonic corruption. Then you go up and like higher up. These guys here, they haven't fully taken hold, but like these guys here have. Like bloodshot eyes, hair's missing, really basically scab kind of look. Then the more like elite guys, they look like this. They're just gross, covered in scars. They also like the cult will also infect like animals, like dogs. This dog does not feel any of this pain. It doesn't feel that its intestines have poured out. When you kill them, it doesn't fucking hurt them. But yeah, so it's the same. It's that cult mentality. They worship the god. The god gives gifts. They give worship. Rinse and repeat. There's also in the universe a cult called the Gene Stealers. They are a cult of they like rebels, kind of. It sucks living in this universe, but then imagine like a priest comes up to you in the street and basically says, "You're having a rough time. Why don't you come into my church and I'll feed you?" And you go into his church, he feeds you. He shows you about his cult of the four-armed emperor. And he's like, you know what? I've never seen the emperor, but I'm pretty sure he has four arms. He does not. Then you kind of they go and it's like, hey, all these women here want to have sex with you, and he's like, cool. So then you have sex with all these women. 100 years goes by, and your offspring are now pure strain cultists. All those women you had sex with before were all infected with a thing called the gene stealer virus. Gene stealers are humans infected with an alien virus that make them one want to procreate, but also two will make them want to rebel. So over like a course of like 2,000 years, the degradation of a planet, these people will take over the fucking government. They'll start from like small gatherings, and then 2,000 years later, they're like the president of the entire planet. And what they do is they prepare the planet for an invasion. Not knowing that it's an invasion, they prepare for the arrival of the Four-Armed Emperor. The Four-Armed Emperor being a horde of trillions of ravenous insects that consume planets. But these insects have learned that it's really difficult to attack worlds that have like orbital defenses. So they put they put one gene stealer on the planet. 2,000 years later, planet's like broken. No more defenses, and the bugs just go right through. And all these cultists are they die willingly because it's like, cool, we've fulfilled our purpose. Time to go be one with our emperor, and they do willingly, even though they're watching their friends and family get ripped to shreds by these bugs. They don't care because this is what they were told. Yep, it's psychology and cults in this universe. It happens a lot. The average human is told from birth, you are nothing. You mean nothing. You are easily replaceable. The standard infantrymen for the military, they are from birth drilled to be the best of the best of the best. Like, the common thing is, like, at 3, you know how to disassemble a gun. At 6, you know how to fire a shot over 150 feet away. At 12, you know you are now deafened by artillery. At 16, you're now ready for combat. I actually have, it was a limited time run. It's a field book that's given to every soldier in this universe. It's an in-universe handbook on how to be a soldier. In the back of the book, there are prayers. But like prayers for like if when reloading your weapon, recite this prayer. When cleaning your weapon, recite this prayer. When on death's door, recite this prayer. When throwing a grenade, recite this prayer. Stuff like that. Like basic stuff. Like when eating, say this prayer. Yeah, the only being I'd like to be in this universe is an orc. Orcs are like the best part of this universe. They aren't like orcs like Lord of the Rings. Orcs don't know sadness, they don't know depression, they don't know fear, they don't know anything. All they know about is happiness and like fighting. They they love they love a good crumpin. That's what they call fighting. They speak with like old British accents, like "Oh, you git," like stuff like that. They but they love to just fight. And when there's no one to fight, they fight each other. Not out of like anger or rage, just out of boredom. They're like, I'm bored. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like, yeah, I'm gonna punch you in the face too. Yeah, yeah. And when they die after like 10 years, because all orcs in this universe are mushrooms, they're all fungus. When they die, if you don't burn the body, they turn into more orcs. So the only way to get rid of an orc is to like burn them completely. Yeah, only way to get me shut up is to fucking kiss me, or just smother me with something, or like a cloth with like chloroform. Once I get going, it's pretty hard to fucking stop. I know how to make napalm, styrofoam, and gasoline, and any baking soda. Hmm? Yeah, because it's liquid fire. Just you can't put it out with a fire extinguisher. And also, everything it burns, it contaminates. Oh, it's insanely cool. I fucking love napalm. And also in this universe, there are like I remember I said like the Imperium's like super religious, everything's a church. That's because everything is a church. They worship the emperor as like an actual god. He has his sons, which are called Primarchs. They are like versions of him. They're not his. He didn't have sons. He made sons genetically off of himself. So they have no mother. But they're like perfect, like peak perfect children. Like the best of the best of the best. He made them. Like some are good. There's like Gilliman. He's like super intelligent, like a tactical genius. Um, there's like Vulcan, nicest fucking guy ever. Scary to look at. Dude is jet black. I don't mean like black as in like oh he's like black. No, like black, like space black. Also, 11 feet tall, but a super nice guy. Um, he had other sons like Angron. Um, he's from the words of the Emperor in a parody. Angron is mad, not mad, absolutely fuck ass mad. um, there's Horus, his favorite son, first to betray him. There was like this whole civil war they had, ends with a lot of the sons turning to these chaos gods, the other half all dying or like going missing. Emperor's put on a throne. That throne keeps him alive. But right now, he is a skeleton at 1% health. If they take if they take him off the throne, he dies immediately, just instantly. So all of his sons were given legions of these things called Space Marines. They're like the poster boys of the whole universe. The Imperium calls them his angels, and they are. They're just angels in power armor with guns that can cut people in half. Yeah, like Gilliman has his Ultramarines, or Vulcan has his Salamanders, and there's a part in one of the books, Vulcan, nicest of all the Primarchs. He values civilians. He knows that like the civilians and like humans in general are like the foundation of the entire people. He really hates elves though. Like really hates elves. He was on a planet and he was just killing elves left and right. And then in front of him, from the rubble, he hears a kid crying for help. So he goes over to help the kid. The kid's ears are a little bit pointy. This is like a 6-year-old child. The amount of anger he had felt looking at the 6-year-old child, he brings up his flamethrower and torches her. Like there's nothing left of her. And his brother, who was with him, a guy named Conrad Kurz, he's like super Batman. He eats people. He was like, damn, that's a bit fucked up. The guy who eats people is like, damn. Yeah. Yeah. And then he put all of his anger from that moment into a hammer, that he made a hammer. And then his brother, who was with him, that said it was kind of fucked up, kidnapped him a few years later. And his brothers, they're torturing him, saying all this stuff, and he's like, "Here, I'll give you your teleporter back, so you can run away." Bucket says the best line in the entire series. This isn't just a teleporter; it's also a hammer, and hits him so hard in the side of the head, it nearly takes his head off. It's like it's also a hammer. Yeah, there is some comedy. Also, yeah, all orc stuff's comedy. Like everything from their perspective, it's all comedy. Still a good crumpin'. They also name stuff weird. Also, they all have super autism. If enough of them believe something, it becomes true. So if you get 100 orcs and you tell them that the sky is purple and they'll believe it, magically the sky will start to turn purple. They believe that colors give special abilities. So if they paint their car red, their car's now going to go really, really fast. If they paint something black, it's now super tough. If they paint it yellow, it's going to blow up bigger. If they paint something purple, it just disappears because they believe that they've never seen a purple orc. So they all believe that purple's like the invisible color. So there's common jokes online, like they paint their car purple. It's like, where'd my fucking car go? They also believe it's not just colors, it's also like physics. A bunch of them were out in space fixing the ship. Another one comes up to help them. These orcs come out wearing spacesuits. The other ones were not wearing spacesuits. They're just floating in space, breathing space. They say, you guys aren't wearing spacesuits. How are you still alive? And they go, oh yeah. And they just died. Just immediately. Yeah, no, they're all idiots. That's their kind of weakness. If they knew they had this power, they'd be the most powerful thing in the entire universe. But because they don't know they have the power, they're idiots. They just like, oh, it's a coincidence our guns work, and our guns are just a toaster and a brick glued together, and now it fires bullets. Yeah, no, orcs are just dumbasses. They're also like 10 feet tall and just pure muscle. They don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep. Yeah, just super big green muscle boys speaking with old British accents that just like to punch things and hit stuff really hard. And on the tabletop, they are like, because there's two versions of the table, there's shooting and there's melee. They're shooting, when you roll a dice, it's a 6-sided dice. They hit on sixes. So you need a 6 to hit. A 1 to 5 is like a fail. Yeah, it's really bad shooting. It's like I had a buddy who was playing and was like, I'm gonna roll 50 dice. I'm like, ooh, how many did you hit? 1. It's like, cool, that was a lucky shot, I guess. Yeah, no, that's just been my hyperfixation for better part of 3 years. All the books, all the reading.
At least there's a lot of stuff to learn about it, so it's a pretty good
Hmm.
it is worth it.
Yep.
Like the only thing is like right now like the Outlands I'm just trying to play out the story. Also, do you watch any sports?
Not really. Hockey, I watch sometimes, and soccer.
Ew.
Well, I'm sorry.
You could act out, but you won't, and that's gonna push me like so hard. This game is kind of fucking boring, so I don't even know why I let him do it. Kind of like games forever really long. Went to the Pfizer Hangout meeting.
Oh, where? In Toronto?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, nice.
It's fun. I go to Boston for Hangout, which happens every couple years. But I'm never gonna go again.
Oh, it should be fun.
Yeah. But is there a 75% chance that I leave the United States early? Absolutely.
Yeah, you really don't want to be there for too long.
It has literally nothing to do with like being in the States. It has to do with like who I'm going to go visit.
Oh, friend that you don't like?
It's complicated with that one friend, like really complicated. And I hate how complicated it is because so basically either way I was going to talk to you about this either way. So my best friend is called Howie, right?
Hmm.
I've known him for 4 fucking years, like closest friend. But he's been in love with me for 3 years. Okay, I don't care that he's in love with me. I don't care that he has feelings for me, and I don't care about any of it. I see him as a friend and only a friend, and I will only ever see him as a friend. He doesn't get that, which fine, granted, whatever. You do you, boo. But the thing is that I've hung out with him in person 3 times because he's from Canada. And every single time, like it was pretty decent. The first trip was hell on earth for me, um, but they were respectful enough. That's how I'm gonna put it. Like they're not 100% respectful, but they know my boundaries enough to not push them. And that's just because with them, I'm very standoffish and I'm kind of a bitch. That's why they don't really test my limits. Um, but having to go to the US for an entire week and with him doing a bunch of stuff that's probably just gonna be like me and him, and like sometimes Jordan is gonna come meet us, which is like a third friend. That's gonna be fine, but it's just the whole fact of like he's gonna think that it means a lot more than like what it is.
I'm trying to skip the friend bit a little bit, but
Yeah, the skip. Well, and then the best part is the worst.
just the stress for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm. But granted, Howie, like, has proved to really educate my face in my power of relationship and just romanticism, honestly.
Oh, like if it's like if with like me or something.
You're back then.
No.
How lucky for me.
Oh my god. Like, granted, I haven't been in that many, like, relationships. I've only been in two. And, well, theoretically three. But the ex that I did have while I was friends with these motherfuckers, it did not go well whatsoever. Like, my ex fucking hated all my friends, and my friends hated my ex.
Rejects,
Being the
the
fact that,
future of Atoma is in your
so
hands.
in the
For
end, I
good
obviously
or
had to
ill.
choose, and that's why I'm regretting middle school so much.
Hmm.
But but yeah, no, it's a wash.
Well, the hope is, I hope I know Saturday's going to go quite well. It's going to be a nice, relaxing day or night. Any kind of food that you like? Sweets, candy?
I don't eat sweets.
Hmm.
Or sweets, of course. Desserts, very rarely. I'm, by the way, very picky eater.
Ah, same.
And, like, I will eat some sweets sometimes. Like, the only candy I'll really enjoy is donuts. I call them yay bacon, but it's basically like the fried flag, but it's, like, coated with sugar.
Oh, those things. Yeah, it's the little. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like flat.
Yeah.
Those are so fucking good.
That's probably one of my favorite candies. I don't eat any type of chocolate except for dark mint chocolate.
Hmm?
And yeah, those like are so addicting. So right now, I probably should switch over.
That's good to know. I'm picky as well. I follow the autistic stereotype of I like my chicken fingers and my smiley faces and my fries, and I fucking love steak.
Yeah, me too.
Steaks,
Like, so good. They're so good.
barbecued steak, but above barbecued steak, wood fire steak. There's nothing beats wood fire meat.
Never had it.
Oh, you're missing wood like a wood fire hot dog. You'll never want to go back to like boiled ever again, or like barbecued even.
Not gonna lie, I have had like the hot dog over like wood fire. That's pretty fucking good.
Because you
Um,
it depends what wood you use. If you're using like a spruce wood, adds like a maple syrup taste to it.
Commodore, I wish to thank you, reluctantly,
Well,
for your kind gift. I have sent it to Mars to confirm its authenticity.
Oh, happy to do it. We're all on
it's
the
weird
same
because
side,
it's
right?
it's like a gel, but it's super sweet, and it's like super sticky, but it's so good. It's so sweet. It's just pure sugar. It's yeah, it's liquid sugar.
but yeah, me the main reason why I also don't eat sweet because like I don't indulge into it because my dad has diabetes and I'm like borderline diabetic, so I'm
Hmm.
just really careful with like how much sugar I intake.
You
I don't want
you
to have diabetes in the future.
you're really cautious with it, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't push you to eat something.
By the way, one thing you should really know, I am definitely allergic to pineapple. Definitely.
Oh, so I guess that's another question now to make my semen taste better, but that's fine. I
Like,
it, I'm pretty sure that that's just a fucking myth.
no, it's not.
Oh,
100%.
hmm.
Like, it's very, very accurate because my parents tried it out.
I'll, I'll say this for now though. I don't really like pineapple too much. I like mango, but not pineapple.
Okay, because I'm not just allergic to eating it. I'm allergic to like the actual juices of it. So like I can't even like touch a pineapple if it doesn't have the skin.
Yeah, it's the enzyme that you're allergic to then. I am allergic to the bark of birch trees.
Really?
Yep, if I touch it, I break out in hives.
Huh.
And lobster. I can't eat any shellfish, so lobster and shrimp, out of the question.
Okay.
But
So
it,
like easy stuff to avoid.
I also don't like it anyway. I never like
Sergeant
when my
Major,
doctor says like, "Oh,
I
bad news, you
require
can't have
access
lobster." I'm
to the
like, "Oh, good, I
Strategia.
wasn't eating it anyway."
Has it been attended to?
We should have the correct
I do
restraint
have.
clearances in place, Mom.
Mhm.
I'll get it confirmed.
So like yeah, I have to go get
See
my
that you do.
for my allergies soon because I have an EpiPen. So
Mm.
that's like pretty bad, and that's why like I'll be cautious with everything I eat and like anything I should take because like last time I ate a cucumber I turned blue.
Do you need my nutritional facts for Saturday or something or?
Sure.
Okay. I'm like 6'6". Yeah, that's about it. I don't know what my nutritional facts would be. Hey, I'm 6'7" in heels. I'll have you know.
Oh my god, so bad.
I'm all leg and all arm.
I've never actually gone out with anyone that's no no no. I've never gone out with anyone that's taller than 5'10".
I'll say this: there's positives and negatives to me. Positive, everything's gonna be up on a high shelf. Negative, everything's up on a high shelf.
Yeah.
Another positive. If you want to hide from me like hide and seek, any place where I have to go down on my knees, you automatically win. I have very weak knees. Um, Door frames are my worst enemy, and pants. I have to go to a separate store to buy out most of my clothing, especially my pants.
Yeah, of course.
Costco though, Costco has pants my size, and I fucking love their cargo pants.
That's good of them.
Engine Seer
For
KX,
me,
I wish to harness your expertise in the
You're
matter
five
of
foot three.
increasing our Mobian steel output.
I'm gonna pick you up and hold you like a
Gladly
baby.
do I give it, techno-archaeologist. Prevail upon me whenever you must.
To be honest, I think it's yeah, it's very hot. I mean, everyone's shorter than me, but like below 5'5", it's just like, yeah, no, I don't know why, but it's like even more of a fucking turn on.
really?
I don't know why.
Like for me, I used to have like a huge thing against tall people. I never hung out with anyone that was above maybe 6'2". Okay. And then one of my best friends got a boyfriend that was 6'5", and obviously I had to be around the guy because he was my boyfriend. So I was like, okay, let me get the skinny kid. And then after a while, I finally got over the fear of tall people.
The fear of tall people. Well, there is a phobia of midgets.
Hmm.
I forget what it's called, but it's like the fear of like little people.
Yeah, but I've always like never enjoyed being around tall people. First of all, neck strain. Okay, fuck that.
I'll say this: I will bend down for you, and most times if we ever have to be eye to eye, we will be sitting.
Okay, good. But also the idea of you bending down like is more annoying.
That's fine. I'm fine with it.
I know you are, but at the same time, I'm just like, damn, that's kind of fucking annoying because you have to bend down and I'm just like sitting here squashing.
I mean, I could just pick you up. I'll hold you legs over arm and back and the other arm, and boom, there you go. Or just put you on my back.
Well, hello, my friend. So you received my invitation? My name's Karl. Oscar Karl. I specialize in new outlooks on life. Don't like your ears, your hair, your nose? I can fix that. For a price. Make you the talk of the Morning Star.
Mm-hmm. I've never witnessed one before, but I've heard that they are not the most pleasant things in the world.
Leaving so soon?
Oof.
Yeah, well, that's because I was like completely fucking alone, and like sometimes, okay. So obviously I have like major anxiety, and I got diagnosed with major anxiety at the age of 7. But the thing is that I have something called internalized anxiety. So it doesn't show that I have anxiety. Like I could be literally having a full-blown conversation with someone and have a panic attack, and like the other person would not be able to tell because it's internal. So I've had that since I was a kid, and then when I turned 16, it became outward anxiety as well. So I showed signs of that type of anxiety, and then I had my first outward panic attack. And like sometimes anxiety attacks, like anxiety attacks are pretty common and pretty
Interrogator rank.
All right, mate.
and at
What can I
times
do for
I
you?
literally like physically can't hear anything. I can't really see anything either from like ears and shit. And most of the time, like if something like if I have no one in front of me or like no one to like actually physically surround me, then like I'll just be in my head and it's just gonna get much worse.
Mm.
But that's why it lasted 4 fucking hours. Like that's mostly why I fidget with everything. I always like have something either like occupying my hands, my mouth, or like just in general like something to like sensorize me to like the ground. Because if I'm not doing anything, I'm just immediately.
Well, I'm more than happy to be a fidget if you want that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, just like, if you need to like play with my hand or something like while I'm driving, or just like need to like just hold something on me, just go for it. As long as it's not like we're not like walking down a fucking sidewalk. It's like penis. It's like
Yeah, no.
I'm just grab this right now. It's like oh, it's just assault, 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 assault. Officer, officer, I'm being sexually assaulted. I don't I don't know this woman.
Okay, wait, give me a sec. I have to read a group chat again.
You good?
I am still waiting for Explicator Zola to present herself to me.
Yes, Mom. Working on it, Mom. I'll have her reported at the earliest opportunity.
See that.
No returns, no refunds, and no guarantees.
years since she hadn't worked and all that. But for some reason, things are getting more worse. Like for the last few days, she hasn't been able to like move around a lot. Like Laura, then seems like she was like almost like basically passing out from dizziness. And today she almost like fell down the stairs because she'd been lingering that on her stomach and she was so dizzy that she almost blacked out. So that's pretty rough. So they're just like my dad just asked me like, hey, can you bring her to the house? If she needs help out, can you do this, 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 and this? And I was like, yeah, for sure, no problem with that. And we'll go for it. But like with my dad, it's really complicated because he hasn't been working for 2 years either because 2 years ago he was committed suicide. So like he's in trouble to stop work. So it's
Hmm.
a whole like fucking development. But yeah, my family's a little interesting.
I live with my grandparents. I used to have my own place.
Oh, that must be nice.
Yeah, I used to have my own place, but then I moved out because I needed to move for work. So now I'm living with them. So not really a choice. It's kind of like I have to. Um, because if I could live somewhere else, I would. Not that I don't like them. I love my grandparents. It's just, I want my own place because I want my own freedom. I wanna
Of course.
I wanna bring somebody over and I don't have to worry if someone's to come downstairs and like, what are you guys doing?
Of course.
I want privacy is what I want.
Especially if you've already like lived on your own or something, like you already know how it feels. So it's a lot weirder to have to be in a situation like that again.
Hmm.